Hey friends, I want to share with you some more magical Reiki stories and more ways that our consciousness can influence our vehicles and that we can get messages from not only our vehicles but electronic equipment. So, does the energy affect inanimate objects? Most definitely yes. And here's a story. I had a feeling right after the Reiki class that my car needed to go into the shop. It just was a strong feeling and it wasn't going away. I called to make an appointment with my mechanic and they couldn't get me in for a couple of days. And I did need to do a longer than normal drive with my car the day before it was scheduled to go in. So I talked to the car fairies and angels. Yes, there are car fairies and angels, at least in my imaginary reality that I like to create. And I just said, please, I know something, you're telling me something's going on, you'll be looked at tomorrow. Could you please make it safe for me to get down to this location and back home? So I was able to do that, and then this morning as I started the car to take it into the shop, it was struggling, it was failing to start, and I just asked it, please, we only have to go one block, you're going to get worked on. So I just imagined the energy coming through me and going right into that starter and starting the car, and it did. The car did start this morning, got it to the shop, and sure enough, it was the starter. It had gone out. Now, that is an interesting parallel for me for two reasons. First of all, I was just thinking of a prior time when the starter on my car and truck went out within 2 days of each other, and that was around the time I had just been initiated as a Reiki master. But this time, as I was writing a little snippet about this consciousness class I'm teaching and tuning into animal consciousness, I was going to refer to that starter story, and I was thinking about how our vehicles or electronic equipment can parallel what we're feeling or going through in our life. Just the same way that our pets can mirror us, so can the household and the inanimate objects. And so I was writing about that this morning, and I was thinking about the starter, and I was thinking about how I was having a challenge getting a particular project started, and lo and behold, today the starter went out on the car. So we got that in the shop, and I thought, no problem, I'll just use the truck. Well, surprise, surprise, the truck wouldn't turn over this morning either. Now that one was just a battery that needed to be charged, but interesting to have two vehicles having issue getting started. And so what can you learn from your inanimate objects as well as the pets in your life? And just be mindful, because our energy, our intentions really do affect electronics. So this, on the verge of the Mercury retrograde that'll be coming up next week, a good time to get your vehicles checked out. Double check all of your travel plans and back up your computers, because as Mercury appears to be going backwards, things can get a little wonky there. So if you like this series, you can visit me at healingwithenergy.com.